Hey everyone, welcome to all our viewers across the world, our World Business Forum audience, and all our Chief Executive Magazine readers. I'm Martin Lindstrom, your co-host, along with my dear friend and the world's #1 leadership coach, Marshall Goldsmith. Now, Marshall is a member of the Thinkers 50 Hall of Fame and has written some of the most iconic books out there, like What Got You Here Won't Get You There, and Mojo, How to Get It. Now, beside all those fancy credentials, I have to say from the bottom of my heart, he's actually a pretty amazing human being too, which for me counts more than any of the other stuff I had to say. Welcome, Marshall, one more time to our little universe here.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm so honored to be working with my comrade, Martin Lindstrom. Martin, the world's expert on branding, at Time Magazine, one of the 100 most influential people in the world. It is a big world, one out of the 100 in the world. Author of some great books, Ministry of Common Sense, Biology, in the Thinkers 50, and also the world's most interesting human being.
I mean, this is so serious. We had to record this session so I can use it against my mom and dad, right? Or something like that. Thank you for the flattering words. Listen, everyone, if you have any questions or comments, just post them here. Or just tell us who you are and where you are. And by the way, if you like this show, don't forget to press the like, the follow, or the subscribe button, which should be popping up on the screen soon. Okay, Marshall. I'm just thinking about, should we start with being super embarrassing for a moment?
Why not?
So I'm going to show you one of these clips where it's
someone here quite special. His name is Martin Lindstrom. He is a brand strategist genius. He works with some of the biggest, most amazing Fortune 500 companies, and he also works with me.
Tyra has Martin Lindstrom with her. He is the king of branding.
He is harsh, but he gets results.
Marshall, don't laugh, okay? I mean, this is really my secret life when I'm off doing the branding stuff in the real world, right? Listen, I just want to say that Tyra Banks was the first African-American woman on the covers of GQ, Sports Illustrated, and the cover of Victoria's Secret's catalog. She later became the creator of the second longest running reality show in history, America's Next Top Model. And while she was bored, she just casually showed up in Michael Jackson's Black or White, Tina Turner's Love Thing, and George Michael's Too Funky. Beside all those amazing credentials, Tyra is also a very good friend of mine. Welcome, Tyra.
Oh my gosh, it is so good to see you in that clip. Ooh, that was a while ago, Martin.
I looked younger and you look exactly as you do right now. I just have to say to everyone, this is just so you know, off the record, don't tell anyone. Tyra thought this was a podcast without any visuals. She turned herself around in how many minutes?
Like 10, 15. Yeah, I was in bed. I had just worked out. I had on sweats. I had a scarf on my head. And I turn on the iPad and everybody's face is showing. I'm like, Martin, I emailed you, Martin, and said, I'm coming from a workout. I'm assuming podcast just means sound. No response. So,
and do you know why? Because I don't have a phone, Tyra. You should learn about that. You know, we talk about this phone addiction and you, right?
Yeah, I'm actually divorcing myself from my phone a couple of times a week now, and it is first withdrawals and then very good. But you divorced yourself a little too hard because I wasn't ready today and I had no makeup on. I had no hair on, Martin. It's crazy. But
I promise you. Sorry. I won't do it.
I pulled it together though. I pulled it together from the chest up. Don't worry about what's down there. We're good.
I'll tell that to my producer, not panning your camera, right? Yeah. Listen, I remember I spoke to your mom many years ago. We had a lunch at Bel Air Hotel, I think it was. And she told me this remarkable story about how you came up with America's Next Top Model. What is the story?
It's not that glamorous of a story. I was in my kitchen making some tea in very scrubby night clothes. And I looked out the window to the view and was like, there's a show called The Real World. It's very successful. You see people living together. There's some new show called Idol America or America Idol or something. And some girl named Kelly Clarkson, she just won. And they're talking about she's going to be the next thing. And what if I combine those two shows, but in the modeling industry? Because you don't get to see how they live in that Idol America show. And on the other show, The Real World, you don't really get to see like a competition and all that. So I smushed them together and set them in the modeling industry while making TV.
And I just have to tell all your viewers out there, this is not Tyra being lucky once. I tell you, we've been brainstorming together. She is one of the most creative people I ever met out there. I just want to tell you, it's on the record now. Marshall, over to you.
I had a question. We're talking today about courage and breaking the rules. So I've had the privilege of talking with you for a while. Share just a couple of examples how having courage and breaking the rules have really helped you.
Oh, you're asking a question?
To you.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. I couldn't hear clearly. And I thought you were throwing to a tape saying, here are some examples.
Oh, no. Give me some.
You're living too much in the virtual world. So what chorus and where did you break the rules in?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So many different ways. I mean, even just as a fashion model early on, you were supposed to kind of walk up and down the runway. I was like, that's boring. You know, I want to be different and do something interesting. So I broke all kind of rules and sashaying and eyes to the left and the right and waving to the audience and smiling and all different types of things that did get me in trouble sometimes. But
and you even did it, I remember, with the Michael Jackson video, right? Black or white. Tell about that rehearsal, how that went wrong. So
I did this Michael Jackson video, but the day before there was a rehearsal to learn this dance move for this black and white video. He's like, you know what? I got rhythm. I know how to dance. So I went into the rehearsal very cocky and listened for about 5 minutes. I'm like, I got it. Then I get on the set with one of the biggest directors. I think it was, I can't remember the name, but one of the biggest directors of all time, not Steven Spielberg, but the other big director. And I forgot the choreography. I was cocky and an idiot and ridiculous and didn't respect the process and got on there and I was like, ah! So instead I just go, and they kept it in the edit.
Did you, by the way, meet Michael Jackson?
Of course, I met Michael Jackson. We were hanging out. I went to school the next day and told all my friends, I was a senior in high school, told all my friends I was hanging out with Michael Jackson. We were chilling. Michael Jackson wasn't on that set, but that's what I went home and told everybody. Went to school and told wasn't there.
Amazing. I love you for saying that.